my name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants 5th edition homebrew campaign.
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Druid, and she is just a little bit obsessed with mushrooms.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm playing the character of Ember. I'm a wildfire druid who's on a quest to be the very best there ever was.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Harry Harrington, the Harengon, the roguish merchant with the heart of gold.
My name is Christian. I'm playing Bartholomew, the romantic dancing Owlin Paladin of devotion.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'll be playing Niles Silverwind, the Owlin Way of the Sympathy Monk.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I play the character of Threign, the boisterous frost giant, the Goliath, path of the giant barbarian.
Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello! Hello, everybody!
Hello.
Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. Welcome to Return of the Giants, our mainline homebrew 5th edition adventure. We are raring, we're excited, we are ready to go. Before we do though,
bitches!
We're ready. Before we start though, I know that one of us in particular has been ready for fish fingers for at least 3 sessions. It's okay, it's coming. Big breath in. We just have 2 quick announcements. Dave, unfortunately, is running... Simon's running a little bit late tonight. He will be joining us a little bit later on, but he won't be here straight away. I'll play as Ember until he gets here, and Dave wasn't able to make it tonight, but we will hopefully catch him next week, maybe. If not, I'll figure out something to do with Harry so that I don't have to keep playing him, because I want to make sure that Harry's got something to do. And it's not just all on me making decisions for Dave. Thank you everybody who came and joined us for the special Q&A session last night for Avatar Legends. That was our 1,000 subscription bonus episode for Avatar Legends, and also a massive thank you episode for all the lovely people who've been enjoying the Avatar Legends series. A lot of bombshells dropped. I had a lot of information that the players did not know that I was able to finally reveal, including the massive bombshell that the character motivation, the death of his father, for one of the characters, actually wasn't necessary. His father had not been killed, which was quite a fun reveal to share with the party. Watching, considering that was the moment the campaign derailed, when he thought his father had perished, and that's when it went from being a political intrigue campaign to a we need to find all the spirits and appease the spirits and restore balance to the world. That was the impetus for the entire mainline campaign narrative. It was quite fun to reveal that. I did quite enjoy that. I'd been sitting on that for at least a year and a half, so it was nice to be able to finally share that.
That's a long con right there.
There'd been a few things that I'd just been sitting on, just waiting to share. So that was a good one. So if you wanted to watch that, I would thoroughly recommend, if you have not watched any of the Avatar Legends series, Embers of War. It's a spoiler-heavy Q&A. I answered every question that I was asked with as much detail as I possibly could. So if you're not worried about spoilers, definitely check it out. Otherwise, if you've already seen Avatar Legends, you're good to go. That's the only fun announcements I have to share. The other one, I guess I should say really quickly, we will have a session next Wednesday, which is the 20th of December. After that, we're going to take a bit of a break for Christmas. Obviously, the week of the 25th, we're not going to be here. The week of the 1st, we won't be here. We may be back for the 10th of January. I'll keep you posted. It all kind of depends on how everything works with me coming back to work, and I may be moving house that week as well. Not sure, might be happening later. It's all a bit up in the air for me at the moment, so I will do my best to make a notification on Discord and Twitter. I'll try and get it on, even though we're trying not to use it. I know that one does appear on Twitch with the notifications, so I may use that as well. But yeah, we'll take a bit of a break for Christmas, so we will be back fresh and ready to go in the new year. But for tonight, I better do a recap so that we can jump straight back into the story. I've got a bit of a detailed recap because I know some of us weren't here last week, and I want to make sure we're all back up and ready to go. So bear with me. This is a little bit of a monologue for the moment, but I promise I won't keep you away from combat any longer after this, Christian. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, has formed a brand new team. Lyra, Niles, Harry, Ember and Threign are now delving deep below the earth, into the Underdark, seeking to investigate rumours of stone giants taking over territory and arming for war. Travelling deep below the earth, guided by some deep gnomes currently afflicted with a brutal poison, the team arrived in the vast network of caverns which make up the Underdark. Soon after arriving in the small chamber off of the main pathway, the team were ambushed by 2 ropers, monstrous beings resembling stone stalactites with large rope-like tentacles. A stranger rushed to their aid, an Owlin dressed in ragged clothing and wielding a large sword, who helped defeat the creatures and their master, a crazy Darrow. Introducing himself as Dream, the Owlin assisted in healing the deep gnomes and opted to travel with the team to help them. After travelling through the mushroom forest bordering on the edge of the Dark Lake, the team stumbled across a Myconid colony. Proving themselves as no threat to the Circle, the group were invited into the colony to rest and helped with the Myconids laying one of their own. The 3 sovereigns of the Myconids requested assistance from the party in destroying the monsters responsible for the death of one of their people, fish-like creatures inhabiting a deeper subterranean chamber close to the western entrance of the Circle. Deciding to explore the colony first, the team headed over to the western edge of the colony and discovered they weren't the only guests of the Myconids. Zaylin, a drow currently on the run from Lothsworn assassins, had been relying on the protection of the Circle for a number of years. Initially cautious, the team were able to partially win her trust, and she opened up about her history with the Lothsworn drow and the reason she was being hunted. After making a bargain to return to her after dealing with the Kuo-Toa, the team left her to her solitude. Making their way to the side of the ambush by the Kuo-Toa, the team spent a little time chatting and learning more about one another, while Harry played with his magic wand. Not a euphemism. To the surprise of all, the wand activated, again, not a euphemism, get your minds out of the gutter, allowing Harry to perceive an aura of magic around enchanted items and locations, allowing him essentially to see an illusionary wall in the cave. Inside, the team found an abandoned research outpost and the desiccated corpse of a humanoid dressed in dark robes marked with the symbol of an eye. While Ember and Niles searched the notes scattered across the desk, learning this place was created by the Society of Brilliance to research Susa trees, Dream cast the spell Speak with Dead upon the corpse. It was revealed the body was that of Davian Hornsorrow, a researcher for the Society of Brilliance who had been killed by a monstrous entity covered in tentacles in the caverns of the Kuo-Toa. Following the tracks of the Kuo-Toa down to the edges of a vast underground lake, the team ambushed a lone fisherman who had wandered away from the main village. Before they could make their way closer to the village, however, a large white serpent-like form rose from the black depths of the lake before diving back down once again. Ember was able to identify this creature as a lungworm, a type of cave-dwelling dragon, and the team approached the village much more cautiously following its arrival. Sneaking around the rocky track carved into the cave walls, the team arrived at the outskirts of the Kuo-Toa village. Stretched across 3 large pillars of stone rising from the dark lake below, a collection of ramshackle huts, crudely assembled from hide, bone, and zirkwood beams, are scattered across the opening. As the party approached the large stone archway sitting at the edge of the village, they watched in horror as the numerous Kuo-Toa cried out, "All hail Shadaridak!" as a figure dressed in priestly robes began to glow with light. And that is where we left off last session. I am going to bring us back into session and to a battle map, which should be appearing on screen right now. I will get you all to roll initiative immediately, if that is okay. We're going to immediately jump into time sensitive because it sounded like Dream and Kong-Chi were rushing forwards in an attempt to try and prevent this summoning from occurring.
I swear I clicked on my token.
I believe you, but that's okay. I can add you again. That's not a problem. That's okay. I can add in your tokens. That's not a problem.
All right. So for my own context, I did watch most of the session last week.
Yes.
Are you guys approaching this stealthily? Are you trying to get the jump on them?
There was a moment of stealth.
Yeah, that kind of dissolved a little bit as we
noticed them completing the ritual, and so we decided to not let them power up and not make a mistake that Dragon Ball people do, and instead just decided to rush them as they were mid-ritual.
I believe you quoted it, Christian, as saying, "I'm not doing a Goku."
I don't know. I'm not. I said I want to do an Eren Yeager and stop them before they power.
Yeah.
Because I ain't.
But how are we meant to test our true strength against their strength if we're catching them off guard? My guy's very much a Goku person.
Look, that's something you'll have to reckon with.
Better will overcome and feel stronger later.
Now, whose initiative hasn't appeared? Lyra, yours hasn't appeared. I'll add yours right now. What was
Harry
your
with a
initiative?
casual 27 was that, Owen?
Yeah, Harry with a casual 27.
Good roll. We
I
didn't actually
didn't
do very
re-roll
well.
mine because I figured I should be honest and keep the ones that I did roll. Dream got an 8. Kong-Chi got technically a 7 because there's meant to be a +2.
No problems. I'll move you. You had actually ridden Kong-Chi towards battle. I will move you to the front. Because the last thing we did at the end of last session was you rushed forwards, ready to strike. I need to actually select you, not Kong-Chi. Sorry. There we go. Alrighty, so Dream, yours was a 8, was it?
8. Yeah, and Kong-Chi is 7.
7. Brilliant. Is that everyone? Is everyone on the initiative from the party? Niles, Dream, Kong-Chi.
Tim
No.
isn't, but does he just go on my turn?
Tim, yes, I believe with Animate Dead, oh no, Raise Dead, sorry, I believe you have to command him, otherwise he takes the dodge action. Yes.
Sweet.
I better quickly roll for Ember too. Let me quickly roll for Ember. Perfect. Can you guys see that? No. That's okay. Let me just roll it again. That's absolutely fine. It looks like it didn't come through on Roll20, but that one should have.
Not yet.
I think it's just lagging. There we go. Perfect. Brilliant. Alrighty. I'm going to put on some more appropriate music, and we're going to start. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Aw,
Brilliant.
that's scary.
What are you talking about? Now, let me set the scene really quickly. I'll just get everyone arranged in order of their initiative. And we should have the Archpriest as well. Can we see the Archpriest yet? Not quite yet. There we go. Brilliant. So, Harry is first to act as all of you begin to rush forwards. Dream taking the lead on the back of Kong-Chi as he rushes underneath this archway, pushing along the narrow bridge that leads out to these spires of stone rising from the water. You can see all of the Kuo-Toa bowing down, the Archpriest rising high above them, his eyes beginning to glow with a strange light. And as he does so, you watch as, rising from the center of the hut, you see a large black geode hovering in place, roughly about 1 meter across. And as it slowly rotates, you can begin to see strange symbols carving themselves across its surface, purple light trailing behind them. Harry is going to be the first to act. Harry is going to do what he always does in combat situations. Harry is going to bonus action hide, and I will roll a stealth check for Harry. That is a 24 for Harry. You watch as Harry ducks down behind the column, climbs up onto a section of the broken archway, pulls out his crossbow, and whispering to you, Dream, from above, hidden from view, he goes, should I kill the... What's his voice again? Sorry, it's like Canadian...
Well, and he goes
Canadian
more
New
for like
Zealander.
the... no, he goes more
Kiwi.
Islander.
Islander, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, should I pop him? Got a crossbow? Do you want me to... I could drop him now with it if you like. Do you want me to...
Yes, please.
Alright.
Yes, please, Harry.
And Harry unleashes his... Oh, would he do an Eldritch Blast? No, I think it'd sit with his crossbow. He has... I don't think he's revealed his Eldritch Blast to you guys yet, has he?
I don't think so.
No, I don't want to be the person to do that then.
No.
Sorry. Harry makes a shot with his crossbow. That is a 23 to hit against Archpriest Lugalug, which, and because he is stealthed, that is going to apply sneak attack damage, which I will add right now. Okay, that is going to be a total of... Oh my god, Harry. That's going to be a total of 16 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Big chunk right there.
As Harry fires the crossbow bolt, as it stabs into the Archpriest, piercing through into his back. The Archpriest and the rest of the Kuo-Toa having no idea that you guys are here just yet, all their attention focused on this ritual that they're performing. As the as the crossbow bolt slams into his spine, piercing through the scales and cutting through a section of this strange robe-like armor that he's wearing, you watch as the priest pauses for a second, turns, his eyes glowing as he tries to seek out the source of that attack, and looking across at all of you as you sort of rush forwards from underneath the archway. Sir, Shadaridak tests our resolve. Kill the intruders! As he points towards the lot of you. Harry is going to... I think Harry will just duck back behind and get a little bit of cover from the Archpriest. Rather coincidentally, it's Archpriest Luglug's turn. As the Archpriest begins waving his hands, pulling around, you watch as this dark purple energy begins following his hands as he begins spinning it above his head. As he does so, you watch as a sudden blast of this purple energy coalesces around his hands, and as he reaches up, his hand disappears into this vortex and lowers as he pulls out this strange, curved, almost sinuous-looking blade made of energy from inside this eldritch portal. And as he pulls it out and then throws it towards you, the blade spins in the air and lands in front of Lyra, Threign, and Dream as he casts Spiritual Weapon. I just wanted to give him like a really good, horrific looking story for his spiritual weapon. As that drops down between Lyra, Threign, Ember, and Dream, he is going to make a melee spell attack against Ali. Would you like to roll me a D4? 1 is you, 2 is Ember, 3 is Threign, 4 is Dream. 2 is Ember, the person who's not here. Sorry, Sai. Sai is here. Hello, mate. Perfect timing.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. You're getting stabbed.
Yeah, sorry.
Fantastic.
I'll hand control of Ember back over to you. While I'm doing that, does a 19 hit you?
It does.
How does 11 points of damage sound?
I'd rather not, but if I must.
Sorry, mate. You must, unfortunately. As this bizarre, this blade itself almost looks like it's been grown rather than forged, and as it flings forwards, it suddenly springs to life. You watch as the hilt splits open, tentacles rising underneath, raising the sword up, and as eyes open along its blade, you realize it's actually a creature resembling a sword. As it strikes at you, Ember, slamming down, the blade itself splits into hundreds of tiny teeth, and a long tongue licks at your blood as it cuts through your flesh. Archpriest, sorry. I just thought we'd like a bit of Eldritch Horror. I've been recently playing the board game Eldritch Horror with Ali, and it's really inspired me for this combat. As Archpriest Lugalug casts Spiritual Weapon, he then turns his attention back to the ritual, and as he points behind him, "Kill the intruders! Kill them all! Their blood will welcome Shadaridak!" Threign, it is your turn, my friend.
I'm going to draw my axe, and I sort of become oblivious to everyone around me, and I just get this huge smile across my face as I just charge forward. I rage, my bonus action, so I'm gonna enlarge.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna basically throw myself right here in combat with the Archpriest Luglug.
Rushing forwards as you essentially blast your way through underneath the archway, arriving right in front of the Archpriest and his Kuo-Toa minions.
So yeah, just if you could, just make me a little bit bigger, because I am a bit larger now. And as I run up, I just sort of start laughing. I've been waiting for this. Good. Show me what you got. Come on now. And then I'm going to bury my axe in his head.
Brilliant.
So, just checking because I haven't played for a while. Let me have a quick look. All right, so I'm going to do one rage. All right, cool. I'm going to attack with the Great Axe. I'm going to do Reckless Attack.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's not great. They'll probably miss, actually.
And 10. They do both miss. As you go to strike down, even though Archpriest Lugalug is concentrating on this spell, the residual energy from the magic seems to be forming almost a protective barrier around him. As you strike, your blade is just deflected by this energy being unleashed from his hands and from his eyes.
I hope it's not one of these nights, because I rolled a 3 and a 4 with advantage.
Oh, no.
All right, let's do my second attack. That's a bit better. 21 to hit.
21 hits. He is going to shield that. As you strike down, you watch as the energy around him intensifies and the blade bounces off, the energy forming this barrier around him.
No, I won't get anything off that. No, that'll be it then. I'll leave it at that for now. I've raged though, so I'm taking up a big amount of space. That'll be it for now.
Alrighty. Lyra, it is your turn. You and Tim.
Alright. So with her bonus action, she's going to command Tim to attack Archpriest Lug until he's dead. And so just assume he's going to run forward. And then with the action, she's on the fence and is going to take the safer option and pull up Swampy around her.
Tim can just get there with a movement speed of 20 feet. Tim sort of shambles over underneath the archway, the mushrooms that are controlling his body and movements, forcing him to move very, very quickly for Tim as he rushes forwards and makes a strike against Archpriest Luglu. Do you want to roll me a d20 and I'll add it to the zombie stats? How does that sound?
I
think you should be rolling.
20. I've got the stat sheet and the extras of
sweet.
Roll 20 as well.
Done. That's fine. You can use that then.
Well, it's 10 plus 3, so 13. I don't think that hits.
No, not with shield up. Sorry, and not right at the moment. Yeah, as Tim tries to essentially slam against this, spores puffing out of his arms and the broken fissures in his skin. The energy surrounding Archpriest Lugalug, you watch as this kind of like vortex of energy begins swirling around, almost with a beat, this speeding up faster and faster, and as Tim tries to strike against it, he's repelled by the vortex of energy around Archpriest Lugalug.
Other than that, she's going to stay put because she doesn't want to draw a attack of opportunity from that spiritual weapon.
Fair enough. Anything else on your turn, Lyra? No. Niles. It's time to unleash the hoot.
Yeah, unleashing the hoot is what he's all about. Yeah. What's he gonna do? He is going to. I'm just gonna double check my abilities real quick, which I don't have. Okay. So Niles is going to just fly in, kind of in next to where Tim is, coming in on the side here.
Yeah, rushing forwards, Threign and Tim right like on your left-hand side as you rush forwards around the side of Archpriest Luglu, getting closer to the hut and to the black geode hovering in place.
He sees this shield, like this, like he's seen the barrier that he's put up, and he's gonna try his best to try and like break through it. He's just gonna strike with an unarmed strike.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 17. That's probably gonna miss. I'd say.
Not quite enough. Sorry.
He'll go again with a second attack, if he can.
While
Ooh.
That's a 23.
23. I don't believe that's enough. Let me just pull it open. No, sorry.
Because
that's what that's.
AC.
That was the no, because he's got shield +5 because of shield, and it's
yeah.
It lasts until he's.
That's pretty high.
Sorry, guys.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
You know the rule with D&D is at lower levels, when monsters have really high AC, they don't have a lot of health.
That's fine. He's gonna burn a key point to do flurry of blows and try again.
Brilliant. Oh, 17 and a natural 1. Not quite enough. As you begin punching away this vortex of energy. What was it? Sorry? One more time? Thank you very much. This vortex of energy around Archpriest Lugalug is protecting him from damage. It looks like you're so close. That second strike, you watch as the energy cracks along its width, almost as if you were almost there, as it fractures along the point of your fist. You can see a moment of fear as Archpriest Lugalug looks towards you as you do that second punch, and then when it doesn't quite break through, a big smile crosses his fishy face. These little barbells kind of wriggling with glee as he turns around and focuses back on the ritual.
That's not good.
Anything else on your turn, Niles?
Action, bonus action movement. That's all you can do.
Tapped. Ember, it is your turn.
Tapped.
All right, so I haven't quite caught up because I had to log back in and out a few times because I couldn't see you for a bit there, Owen. But anyway, so we've got, what, 2 guys around Threign and Niles? Is that
Yes.
right, from what I can see.
Yeah, Threign,
Awesome.
Niles, and the zombie that Lyra controls, Tim, are all hammering away at Archpriest Luglug.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to give him a bit of a hand. I'm going to launch Flicker right into. I think there's a bit of a gap in between the two creatures. And
You can actually
they
launch Flicker
can make-
into the campfire, which is almost so thematically perfect.
like a phoenix.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will summon my wildfire spirit, and could they please make a what is it? The DC saving throw.
Yes, dexterity saving throw, isn't it?
It is.
Archpriest Luglug's not great at dexterity saving throws. 11's a fail, I'm guessing.
It is.
Deal me some fire damage, my
Yeah.
friend. Archpriest Luglug has, and I need to make it for the Kuo-Toa as well next to him. Does Threign need to make one too?
Yeah.
And Tim?
Well, I'm trying to
dropping
make
just
it
a little
so
bit closer
that
to the
it's
hut.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll make one for the Kuo-Toa then, because the
So,
Kuo-Toa would definitely need to make one. No, Kuo-Toa fails too. That's a 3. Roll me some damage for Archpriest Luglug
Well,
and his little Kuo-Toa minion.
Will this light the the tent on fire?
Yes. I was going to get to that in a second.
Ooh.
We'll see how much fire damage it is.
so that
but,
is
yeah, it's unlikely.
8 fire
that
damage.
8 fire damage. Yeah, definitely. That's going to light the tent on fire.
Do you want me to roll a second time, one for each creature, or just blanket?
No,
two?
look, up to you. I'm happy for you to do whichever you prefer. I'm happy if you roll one for each if you like.
No,
I'll do the
that's
8 for I'll do the 8 for Luglug because technically we should. Do you want to roll one for the Kuo-Toa too?
Perfect.
Watch it be like
And
significantly the same. Yeah, there you go, the same. Perfect. 7 damage. 7 damage to the Kuo-Toa minion. As you deal, as the Kuo-Toa catches fire, you watch as the skin blisters and it lets out this strangled cry, the flames licking up the side of it. Archpriest Luglug seems so focused on his ritual, but you still see as that flame burns against him, he looks down in horror and tries to pat at himself, like to put out the flames across his body before turning his attention back to the ritual. Could I get you to roll me a D100, please, Sai?
Ooh, interesting.
Just a flat D100. I want to see how quickly the tent begins to light up. 27.
27.
Okay. Perfect. So you watch as the section of this hide tent where Flicker is manifesting himself right next to the tent. That explosion of flame around him has set this section of the tent on fire. The Zerkwood spikes that have been fixed in place to hold the tent upright seem to burn quite freely. The leather, not so much, but you watch as that Zerkwood pillar right next to Flicker, the fungus wood, immediately catches alight with this blast of flame, and you watch as it begins to flicker along the edges of the Zerkwood. Anything else on your turn, Ember?
Yeah, so that's my action. As my bonus action, I'm going to get Flicker to then transport himself back out, off to the side, maybe kind of adjacent next to Threign, maybe?
Yeah, perfect.
And they will again have to make another DC saving throw.
Drop those double fires. Let's do another dex save for the priest and another save for the Kuo-Toa. That's a 19 for the priest. I'm guessing that's a pass.
It's a pass, yep.
But a 12 for the Kuo-Toa, which I'm guessing is a fail.
Does not. So that is 6 plus my proficiency bonus, so that's 9 fire damage.
Good lord. You watch as the Kuo-Toa's entire body catches alight. As it screams, running in place, it looks like it is having a very, very bad time. Rushing around, unsure of what to do now that it has caught fire. Dream. You're on the back of Kong-Chi. You're up.
How close does he look like he is to finishing?
The Kuo-Toa?
Yeah.
The one that's on fire? He looks like he is in the process of cooking. He looks very unhappy. He looks very unhealthy. That double blast of fire from Flicker has really damaged him. There's no section of his scales that is not burned horrifically.
Sorry, DM. Finishing the ritual.
Oh, Archpriest Luglug. That's a good question. Do you want to make me an Arcana check? We'll see if you can figure that out. Because that's without any knowledge of how this ritual works. 10. The geode seems to be hovering in place. When you arrived, you heard a large crack, and you can still see these sigils drawing themselves across it. It looks like there's space for about maybe another half, again, symbols on the geode. If that's related to its finishing, they're related to the geode cracking open and something happening, then yeah, probably another half. It's about halfway. if it's based on Archpriest Luglug powering up, the vortex of energy surrounding him looks as strong as it could possibly be. Because he hasn't had his turn yet, so he's still got his shield up.
Okay. Kong Chi, I'm going to telepathically communicate to carry me down south, letting her know the plan, and is going to carry us down to here.
Perfect. As you rush down along the very edge, you can see that the spire drops off. It's about a 40-foot, 50-foot drop down into the ocean. Well, I shouldn't say the ocean, the Dark Lake from here, and the narrow edge of the cliff. No challenge for Kong Chi's sure feet, but a lesser mount would have struggled.
Kong Chi's action, I guess, if any, is going to be throwing me.
Bucking you off, yeah.
into the fire just there, and I want to try to grab onto the bone and get onto the tent where it is flaming.
Okay, I'm going to get an acrobatics check or athletics check from you, Dream. Kong Chi's strength is enough to throw you, so we'll just get you to make the check. Athletics or acrobatics, your choice. 24. As you swing off Kong Chi's antlers, flung up onto the edge of the tent, you grab onto the edge of the Zerkwood spine that is currently on fire, but not at the top, only at the base. And with that athletics check, you land almost right above the section of flame and scramble quickly up to the top of the tent, putting you
now
putting
that
you
I am
5
up here,
feet from the geode.
grabbing the side of this Zerkwood, the flames rippling up underneath, creating a bit of an atmosphere, I'm hoping, being a performer. I would like to use my action for a persuasion, also with my sort of inspiring leader. I've seen a moment of possible salvation. My esteemed brethren of the depths, I stand before you not a mere Owlin, but a harbinger of change, a messenger of your deity. I am Bartholomew, and I come with a vision of a new kind and a new era. Behold these wings of mine. And I would like to try to rip with my hands 2 sections of the tent left and right, letting the fire create an illusion of flames. And again, this sort of performer aspect.
Yeah.
A testament of the trials I have faced, but I have lost them, as I would like to raise my hands and let them fall down so they see the no wings.
That's so fucking metal. Oh my god.
Dwellers will cower before our might when we rebuild society. It is broken right now. Destroyed like fish eggs eaten by a shark. Our legacy, however, will echo. With rebuilding these wings, we will not just rebuild my life, but all of ours, and become a collective soaring to new heights.
Could I get a performance
And I would like
check?
to try to basically steal Luglug's ritual and use the Kuo-Toa belief to give me my wings back.
I'm going to get a persuasion check or performance check, your choice.
Holy shit. These are all well.
Did you say performance or persuasion?
Performance or persuasion, your choice.
Oh my god.
Look, they're both the same for me, and despite the performance aspect of this, I am using mostly just the wit of my inspiring nature, hopefully, to turn this in.
This is fucking awesome.
No!
Oh,
11.
no.
11 is a number.
I mean, do you have inspiration? Because this is something
Pretty fucking sick.
Pretty inspirational.
Let me just, oh no, I don't have any say.
Damn.
Question, DM.
Hello,
in
friend.
one aspect of this works, I was also reading through it. The main thought process for why I went around this was I need my wings and I need the ability to fly if I'm ever going to complete my vow and win over the love of my life. That's part of my paladin vow. Could I consume my channel divinity to roll with advantage?
Ooh, so I've already given you advantage on this because of your speech, which was amazing. Because this would have been a disadvantage, unfortunately. No, but I didn't say anything because your speech was so good. I was like, boom, flat roll, let's do this. Because it would have been disadvantage for a stranger to come in the middle of a ritual and go, no, I am your savior. But I won't give you advantage on this. But what I will say, can I get Matthew, fellow Owlin? Can I get you to roll me a D100, please?
Yes.
Because this is going to have an effect, 100%, because you don't do something as cool as shit like that and have nothing happen. There's going to be an effect. I just want to know what it looks like.
Amazing.
3.
It's a 3.
Okay, here's what happens.
Could be good or bad. It could be good or bad.
Here's what happens. As you do this incredible speech, Dream, standing atop the burning tent, smoke rising around you, your arms outstretched, the canvas pulled tight, forming almost a halo of smoke and flame fanned by these artificial wings you have created. As you say this speech, you pause, breathing in the smoke, pausing for a second, eyes stinging as you look around. You watch as the Kuo-Toa nearest to you looks up, eyes wide, mouth open, captured, enraptured by the sight of you, struck with holy purpose. He reaches down, tears off a section of the tent. My purpose gives me wings! And he throws himself off the top of the spire. There's silence, and then the sound of a splash. Then there's the sound of a much larger splash, and you watch as next to Kong Chi Dream, emerging from the dark water, the enormous form of the lungworm rises up, the Kuo-Toa stuck in its teeth as it chomps down, as its eyes turn, these sightless blind eyes turn and spin around and drop back down again. You have the sudden, bizarre sensation that something just intervened for you there. As the Kuo-Toa is immediately destroyed.
Okay.
Red Bull gives you wings! My purpose still runs! As he throws himself off.
When I
That's gotta be a t-shirt.
Finish the performance, and in a sort of like subtle drama-esque moment, looking left and right slyly, seeing if anyone's believed it, and I realize that they haven't, I'm going to lunge forward and just thoughts if fine, I guess I have to do it myself, and I'm going to try to like leap off towards the rock that Luglug is holding, the centerpiece of the ritual, and try to steal it so I can use it.
Try to grab hold of the meter sort of diameter.
I know I don't have an action anymore. I do have a bonus action if that would allow me.
No, definitely. No, definitely. I would say bonus action can do that, because you're only like about 5 feet away from it. It's hovering right in the entrance of the tent, right at the edge there. As I said, this thing's about 1 meter diameter. Are you wanting to try and grab it and pull it away, or are you like jumping onto it? Because it is hovering in place, slowly rotating, almost randomly.
Yeah, no, I'm mixing my body in this.
Right.
So I'm sort of like spear tackling this.
Okay,
brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant. As you throw yourself at the geode and land on top of it, it immediately spins, your weight causing it to spin upside down with you holding onto the bottom. Because you've already rolled an athletics check and it was a really good one, I'm going to say you're kind of primed for grappling and primed for holding on at the moment. I won't make you re-roll that. Your 24 allows you to cling onto the bottom of this, and you feel something inside begin to vibrate. Something moving inside this thing. It doesn't seem to lower. As you hold onto it, you get the sense you're not quite heavy enough to pull this thing to the ground just yet.
That's fine. I'm just going to, all my devotion, conviction, and belief, I'm just going to start like thinking it as hard as I can fucking think.
This is intervening in the ritual. I will say that for free.
And that's going to be my turn.
Great. Kong Chi got you there. I don't think Kong Chi's got much else he can do apart from dodge.
Well, his action, I'm guessing, was throwing me, so no bonus actions.
That's it.
He was just an extension of my will.
Brilliant. That is brilliante. Okay. The Kuo-Toa. This is where things are going to get a wee bit spicy. So, what I'm going to get first... Simon, you look too happy. Could you please roll me a d8? You look like you're enjoying yourself too much. It's an 8.
That's an 8.
Fantastic, you fucking legend.
Oh no.
As Archpriest Lugalug looks up, seeing Dream try to attempt to steal this ritual from him, and then dare touch. Actually, I should say it as Archpriest Lugalug. Interloper, you dare touch the geode? Shadaridak will drink of your blood. And you watch as Lugalug holds out his hands, and a blast of thunderous energy shoots out from him. I need everyone within 5 feet to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Lugalug or like the gem?
Everyone within, sorry, Lugalug, not you. You're safe, Dream.
Oh. Dexterity save?
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Also need one for Tim, I imagine.
I will need one for Tim.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a bit of a... This is a judgment, so let me know if I'm out of line here, Ali, but I'm guessing Tim doesn't have great dexterity as a zombie.
-2.
-2. Yeah, I suspected that might be the case.
Oh no.
Oh wow, it's -1.
How dare you label Tim? My
Oh wait, no,
God.
it's not. It
I
is
did
one,
just
it is
assume
one.
Tim's stats. I'm very sorry. I'm just...
31.
Just got to deal with it. Amazing. Okay. Here's what happens. As the area around Tim begins to suddenly pulse with energy, you watch as his magical barrier shatters, and this wave of thunderous force sweeps out from him, accompanied by this wave of darkness. Threign 17 is a pass, Niles 13 is a fail, Lyra 1 is obviously a fail for Tim.
My 19 was just danger sense as well.
Yeah, no, all good. 19, it's still a pass. Still 17 still a pass, so you're all sweet on this
good.
one. It'll be half damage. I need Niles and Tim to take the full bludgeoning damage from this and be pushed 10 feet backwards. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you are pushed 10 feet backwards. Threign, you take half of that and you're not pushed back at all, so that's only going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage for you. Tim goes
So
10.
I will take that down to 3 because I am resistant to bludgeoning.
You are resistant to bludgeoning. Niles, you are thrown off the edge of the edge of the spire.
Boy.
It's
I
okay,
do
it's not
have-
like there's anything dangerous near the water.
I do have some really good news for you, though. That is a beach down on the left-hand side. This section
Oh, that's fine.
is almost... It's like a 40-degree angle. You immediately
have
drop
wings,
into
so-
the water at the edge of the beach. Because you fall... I believe you fall...
Ow.
It's like 100 feet, falling speed 5.
So
I think
is
it's
this...
like 500 feet in 10 seconds. So you just
Holy
go
shit.
straight into the water.
Wow.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that's crazy.
So was it the Archpriest Lugalug's?
Archpriest,
Did he do that?
Archpriest Lugalug is channeling something else.
was that
okay,
11
so-
points
oh.
of damage? Was it?
Was that just a Kuo-Toa?
So I'll get to it. So yeah, 13 points of damage was the full 6 halved for Threign, halved again to 3. As the Kuo-Toa, who's on fire next to Archpriest Lugalug, has his life force drained, he sacrifices himself to empower his leader. You watch as the Kuo-Toa disappears, essentially consumed by the flame. Alrighty, I'll just drop him down there because he's actually on my token thing, so I'll just drop him down there. Next up with the nearest Kuo-Toa, who's going to see Dream clinging to the underside of the gemstone. He's going to rush into the entrance of the tent, look up at you, Dream, clinging to the underside, and try and stab you with his spear. Does a natural 1 does not hit. As he goes to stab you, he's still kind of a bit afraid, seeing you stand atop the tent, surrounded by smoke and flame. You can see him shaking, and as he tries to poke you with the spear, the gem, which is still rocking from your weight, shifts you just out of position, and the spear...
Rather than like a
gemstone.
hoot, I'm just going to like screech at him. As
Your
I
head just
hold
rotates
onto it
fully.
protectively. Yeah, you know, a 180 barn owl stare at him and then just start screeching as I'm hugging this gem.
As the spear strikes into the gemstone, a crack emerges right next to your hand, Dream, from his natural 1.
I shove the hand in.
You shove your hand in?
Yep.
Okay, we'll get that because it's...
Yeah,
do you want to use you can use your reaction for that. You can use your reaction for that.
Yeah,
I'm happy to allow it to be a reaction. As you shove your hand in, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, that makes sense.
18.
18. You only take half damage from this. That is going to be 9 points of cold damage as you push your hand through. you should be able to see your hand inside the gemstone. You can see this crack opening up, but inside is a void of stars. And as you push your hand in, you suddenly feel this icy cold against your hand. And as you pull it out, you can see frost has gathered across your hand.
No. That 9 damage was only the temporary hit points I had from my own belief in myself with Inspiring Leader. Nice. I'm keeping it in there.
Okay. Brilliant.
I am any way I can get close to this energy. I am trying right now.
Okay. As you keep your hand inside, you feel something touch your fingers. That Kuo-Toa's go. The Kuo-Toa whips. They are going to jump into their moves. You watch as emerging from the beach next to you, Niles, one of the Kuo-Toa, this one holding an enormous net and staff, rushes forwards. As he does so, streaking down towards you in the water, he makes a stab at you, screaming blah, 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 as he rushes towards you. Yeah. That is a natural 20 for the first attack. I am so sorry. And a 17 for the second.
17 is my AC, so...
They're both going to hit. I am so sorry. So for the first attack, lucky I rolled low because the second attack I rolled max damage, but the first one's the one that gets crit. That's going to be 10 points of 10 points of piercing damage, and then 8 points of piercing damage. As he does so, this staff that he's holding, you watch as it suddenly closes. It's not a trident, it's some sort of pincer mechanism, and as it slams into you and grapples onto you, I need you to... no, you are grappled. Until this grapple ends, yeah, you are grappled by the Kuo-Toa whip. Emerging from the other side of the tent, you watch as more and more Kuo-Toa begin to rush forwards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That one's going to rush up towards Kong Chi. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As all of these begin to rush up. And then they're going to use their use their actions to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As they rush forwards. 5, 10, 15. 30. And 30. As all the Kuo-Toa rush forwards, this battle cry on their fishy lips screaming out, and you watch as another priest begins to walk towards Archpriest Lug. But he doesn't seem too happy. In fact, he looks very angry at Archpriest Lug. That is all the Kuo-Toa. It is Harry's turn again. Harry is going to bonus action hide and then follow it up with a strike at Archpriest Lug. He is not going to do anything crazy. His plan is to help you guys as much as he can. That is only a 19 for the stealth. And that is not enough to hide from Lug. 13 to hit does not hit. Harry then ducks back down next to you, Lyra, running around the edge of the pillar. Actually, I'm saying he runs across the top of the arch and ducks down next to you, Lyra, and goes, Do you want a hand with that little sword there that you got? Looks like it's trying to cut you.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Don't try moving
away from it.
Yeah, I think you should move away from it.
I think it probably, yeah. I thought it was going to attack us when we moved away from it. Turns out it doesn't do that.
No, I think it's just a magic sword, you know? That's Harry's go. Archpriest Lug. Archpriest Lug is going to... Yeah, it's time. You watch as Archpriest Lug, having drained the life energy from one of his followers to activate that blast back, concentrates again, reaching out and placing a hand on the other Kuo-Toa in front of him. Your sacrifice for Shadaridak is worthy. As he drains away the life of this Kuo-Toa, dealing 4 points of damage. And you watch as around him, eyeballs, shadow, and night begin to pop into existence, spinning around him in a vortex as he casts Spirit Guardians. 15-foot aura around him. I'll mark it on the overlay. Hey, I told you this was going to be a fun battle. I wasn't lying. I'm not lying. That's a big aura. Niles, you're low enough to be out of this. Don't worry, you're not in the range. You're not.
Am I high enough to be out of it?
15 foot. No, because it's a sphere of 15 feet. I think you'd have to be about 30 feet. No, you have to be 15 feet above him to be out of the range, unfortunately. And at the moment, you're hanging underneath on on the gem.
I was just thinking, because if it's a sphere, wouldn't it only be about 5 foot high on the edge where I am?
Nah, it'd be 15 feet all the way, right? Because it's a diameter. So he's the middle. No, you're right. It'd be 7.5 feet all around him if it's a... It just says they flit to you a distance of 15 feet. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet. I read that as 15 feet away from you in a sphere.
Well, no, because I'm thinking I'm 15-ish feet away from him, but I'm also...
You are also like 10 feet up. Yeah, that's a good point. You probably would be. You probably would be just out of the range for this.
I'm like here rather than down in it.
Yeah. You probably would be just out of the range for this. Okay, so while you're in this area, Threign, your speed is halved, and there's nothing else that happens right away. That is Archpriest Lugalug's go. Yeah, no, that's his go. Threign, it is your go next.
Yep, so do I have to do anything for the Spirit Guardians?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I wanted a quick drink of beer first so I could enjoy the sweet savour.
No,
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, that's not crash hot.
Tim's movement speed's just gone from 20 to 10.
17.
Wow, that's pretty good.
17 is enough. That is a pass. That is going to be half damage, and it's going to be necrotic damage. This is definitely evil. That is going to be 14 halved to 7 necrotic damage.
Perfect. Cool.
De-sphered.
All right, awesome. So, what I want to do is, because I'm a large creature, he's a medium creature. I want to use my first attack to grapple him.
Yep.
And then I want to use my second attack with my reach, because I have 10-foot reach, to basically throw him over here.
So you want to try and grapple him and throw him off the side of the...
Because I'm pretty close, and with reach I should get pretty close to it, and then I want to throw him down into here, and hopefully have the same fate as the other dude. So that's my plan.
Go for it. Make me a melee attack. That'll be your grapple.
Cool. All right. So would this be with athletics?
I believe you make it's an athletics check. Yes, with advantage because you're raging. I'm guessing.
Yep. Cool. 18.
18. Oh, does he shield this? No,
I don't think
he wouldn't.
Can
he wouldn't. Well, he can because he's had his turn again, so he can use his reaction. But no, he can't because it's an athletics check. Against his
contested, so he would roll his choice of acro or ath.
He's going to go strength.
He's very strong, so
we'll find out. Who knows?
He is very strong. He's very strong. That's a 17 on his strength check.
That's not enough.
Wow.
I beat him by 1.
There you go. You pick him up, hoist him in the air, and then you try and lob him off the side, do you?
That's what I'm trying to do, yeah.
Alrighty. What I'll get you to do...
I'll use my second attack for that, if that's alright.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Can you make me another athletics check, please, to just yeet him off the side?
That's another 17.
Brilliant. He'll do another contested. I'll treat it as if it's like a grapple, and he's trying to avoid being thrown off the side.
That's all good.
Oh, a bit better that time. 22. Thank God.
Oh, no.
Yes. As you try and throw him off the side, he just grabs onto you. Like you go to push him, and he predator handshakes you and holds on.
What did he actually get?
22.
That is strong.
Because inspiration, can I re-roll that, or it just gives me advantage?
It gives you advantage, which you've already got.
Okay. Damn.
Nice.
Anything?
He just grabs onto your forearm.
He's still grappled though, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's still grappled to you. Yeah.
And that's fine. I've actually moved him away from the ritual potentially.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Now he's over here. Just trying to think what else I can do.
You moved him directly on top of Ember now with Spirit Guardians.
And Kong Chi.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He was already on Kong Chi.
Yeah, true.
That's true. That's a good point.
But if I had thrown him off, no one would have been hit by Spirit Guardians.
That's true.
Correct.
That's true.
Just trying to think if there's any other little janky stuff I can do. I don't think I can though, unfortunately.
Shield Mark. Shove him at the same time.
Bonus action, just like hunk.
Bonus action, fish fingers.
Oh well, DM, do you count shoves as like an attack action?
Yeah.
So does he have an extra attack now?
That was his extra attack. So his first attack was to grapple. The second attack was the shove. Already done it.
Yeah, me trying to throw him. That was the extra.
I treated a shove as a yeet for this because for rule of cool. But it was the same.
I'm imagining Threign trying to throw him, and he's just like holding on.
He literally grabs. Threign's been trying to predator handshake everyone he meets. Lugalug finally initiates the predator handshake, trying to grip on for dear life. Like you feel his like fishy webbed hands grasp around you, this like gross slime coating the outside of his hand. His claws digging into your flesh as he tries to cling on for dear life. His eyes wide, mouth agape.
I'm going to try and throw him next. Don't worry, he's going to be thrown.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I'll end that for now, though. That'll be my turn done.
Lyra, it is your turn. I should have actually had his spiritual weapon as a bonus action make another attack. It will have made that quick attack to see if it hits you. Let me quickly see. I did actually forget to do that last time. Does a 16 hit you?
It does not.
Then nothing happens. The spiritual weapon misses you as this like horrible tentacle-like false weapon tries to strike at you.
All right. Now that everyone's moved, it's completely changed my plans, but it does that. I think instead, so as her, I'm assuming that the previous command that she had already given Tim to kill Archpriest Luglug until he's dead still stands, so he's going to slowly try and saunter up to him when he eventually makes it there. For her action, she's going to do a flaming sphere and start to try and take out some of these Kuo-Toas. So she's going to summon it. Is that within range? It is. Yeah, okay, so she's gonna summon the flaming sphere to this spot here. And then with her bonus action, she's going to tell the flaming sphere to ram this Kuo-Toa.
You are really committed to filling up this map, aren't you?
How many ads can I have?
Where would you like it again? Sorry, I was just getting a really nice asset for that.
Just over this this flaming piece of wood, and then it's going to sort of ram this Kuo-Toa like in that direction with her bonus action.
It's anything within 5 feet of it, isn't it?
Anything that ends its turn within 5 feet of it, and
within
then
5 feet of it, was it?
Within 5 feet.
Yeah, I just wanted to get the zone around it so you can see the 5-foot zone.
Yep, and then with the bonus action, it can move up to 30 feet, and if you tell it to ram, then it does the creature has to do the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere just sort of stops.
Brilliant. I think you can. Can you still make a slam attack when you first summon it? I think you can.
Oh, can you?
Pretty sure you can.
I think a free one on first turn.
Yep, pretty sure you can.
Oh. I think it might just be. My understanding is that it's.
As a bonus action, you can move the sphere. If you ram the sphere into a creature, it must make a saving throw, and the sphere stops moving. Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
You can do it this turn, but obviously it would consume your bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's our intention.
Cool. Anything else on your turn, Lyra?
She's gonna sort of take a step back from that spiritual weapon, just make it come to her if it wants to attack her. Yeah, other than that, Tim's sort of gonna saunter towards Luglug and the 2d6 from her bonus action against the Kuo-Toa.
Brilliant. So Tim's going to go 5, 10 because his speed is halved while he's in the range of the spiritual weapon. The spiritual guardian, sorry, the spirit guardians. As he slowly lugs over, Ember, you turn to your left and see this horrific mycelium-covered zombie saunter up next to you and then turn its attention toward Archpriest Luglug, currently held in Threign's arms like a baby.
Does he get affected by entering the space?
He was already in it, so I think he still is just. But I'm pretty sure zombies are immune to necrotic damage anyway, aren't they?
Yeah. Are they healed by it?
Are they?
I know if you use
I don't think
necrotic touch and stuff on
look.
Unless that was just a flavor thing.
I don't think so.
That's a flavor thing, I'm pretty sure.
It was just a flavor thing.
No, it's actually, do you know what? I'm wrong. It's not immune to necrotic damage. It's only immune to poison.
What?
Sorry, I assumed they were immune to necrotic, and so I didn't have it roll anything. Could you have the zombie please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, they are so good at wisdom saving throws, man. Like...
-5?
Very wise.
That's actually really good considering.
17. That is a pass.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, that's gonna be halved. That's going to be. Oh, sorry, that was the spiritual weapon I just rolled. Then ignore that. Spirit guardians. That is going to be 3d8 necrotic damage. I rolled 2 1s and a 2 for a total of 4 halved to 2. Holy shit. He may as well have been immune to necrotic damage.
He may as well have been, yeah.
He's still
he may
going?
as well have been.
Oh, could this Kuo-Toa do a dex save?
Does it do it on its turn, or does it do it? No, you do it when you summon it. Any creature.
No, because I used my bonus action to ram it with the sphere, so it activates the damage immediately.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will have it roll a dex save straight away. That's just a normal Kuo-Toa there. That is going to be a 5. That's definitely a fail.
Yes! Okay,
Big
roll
damage.
this damage.
Let's get some,
yeah.
get some big fire damage. Ooh, that's a big number. That's max damage.
Woo!
10. Brilliant. That Kuo-Toa, you watch as it begins to catch flame.
Not quite max damage. That's 2 off max damage.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I see.
6
I got
plus 6
excited.
is 12, Owen. Just-
I saw the green and I got really excited because green on Roll20 normally means max damage.
It's
so I was
probably a
just
6
really
and a
excited.
4. If it max rolls on one of the dice,
It
It was a 6 and a 4. I just got excited because I saw the green. I was like, yeah!
Is that tent also catching fire?
Yes, it's on fire.
I
And
just
now it's
had to
catching fire from the other
realise
side too. Yeah.
I might be turning Dream into a bit of a bonfire.
I was going to say, at the end of your turn, as soon as you're done,
Sides, right?
as soon as you're done, I do need a D100 roll to see how quickly it's burning.
Dream will Anakin for this one.
I hate you! From inside.
Oh no!
70. Brilliant. That's a lot more flammable. You watch as this half of the tent alights. Dream, it's getting a little bit hard to breathe inside the tent from where you are.
He's above the tent.
He needs to
No,
breathe your wing.
he is underneath the gem,
Oh.
which is hovering above the tent. He's now underneath it, holding onto it inside the tent. The good thing is, though, that the heat from the flames is offset by the freezing cold from inside this geode.
Holy shit.
Anything else on your turn, Lyra? I think that is all.
She yells out to Dream, "I'm sorry, I didn't think that through before I did it."
Still sort of just in his own mind thinking. I'm guessing with the flames around him, probably doesn't hear Lyra.
No, you are contractually obliged whenever anyone calls out to something to you about "I'm sorry" or like "you should be better" and you're on fire, you do need to respond with "I hate you." Everyone knows it. Niles, you are in the water and grappled. The Kuo-Toa whip doesn't seem to be interested in pulling you to shore. In fact, you see he is pushing you under the water with his large grappling staff.
Do I have an opportunity to just like kick him?
You can try and escape, or you can make a melee attack, but he still kind of has you under the water at this point.
Even though I'm grappled, I can still fight back.
You can still fight back, yes. You can still make an attack, definitely.
You feel something touch your foot, Niles.
Not just yet.
Hello.
We'll get to that.
I think Niles is like he's not super strong. But can he attempt to? I think Niles would probably just like try and like incapacitate the guy who's trying to drown him. He's gonna try and kick him with his long legs.
Okay, perfect. Make me some melee attacks.
Sure. Oh,
Let us see the damage that you may deal, my son.
let me just roll manually. My D&D Beyond is not working very well.
I have been
Okay.
trained in your Kuo-Toa ways.
That's a 15. 15?
15 for the whip is enough.
Oh, good. Good. Excellent. So that's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of bludgeoning
Also
damage.
kick.
Brilliant. As you strike him in the arm, your claws raking across, cutting into his scales. You watch as the Kuo-Toa whip reels back, but keeps that pressure on, holding your head and body under the water, preventing you from getting up for breath.
That's fine. I'll do it again. I kick him again.
Perfect.
I'm just going to keep doing it.
Go for it.
Unhand me, you foul
Unhand
creature.
me, foul beast. 14
That's 14.
is enough.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Not rolling super well, but it's enough.
The Kuo-Toa whips don't have high AC. 11 bludgeoning damage, which means at low levels of D&D, they've got health sponges. 11 points of damage. The second strike breaks through, cutting a ragged gash across his chest, but he doesn't stop. He just keeps that pressure on. You see above the water this big fishy smile as he looks down at you, struggling under the water.
I said, unhand me! And I'm going to flurry of blows. I'm going to do 2 more blows.
Perfect. Let's see it. I'm tempted to do like a little... Where are you off to, Dream? You're going for a
Actually,
wonder.
I'm trying to delete stuff that I was accidentally drawing. So
I'm still gonna flurry of blows, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
actually use another key point to stunning strike on that.
Oh, okay. Yep. I would say stunning strike means you don't escape the grapple, but you can pull yourself to the surface and breathe because you're no longer actively holding you
That's
onto the
exactly
water.
right.
Yeah. Perfect. I will prepare a con save.
Yep. Amazing.
Ooh, he's a little bit constitutional.
That's okay. Maybe we'll see.
Alrighty. You have to make an attack, I believe.
I already did. I'm counting that as a part of the.
Oh, perfect. That is an 8. That is a fail. He is stunned.
That's a fail.
As
Amazing.
you strike forwards, rather than striking the chest, you angle the kick at the last second, striking into the gills on the underside of his throat and neck. And as you do so, suddenly roles are reversed. You watch as the Kuo-Toa struggles to breathe, the gills suddenly pushed open, the air no longer able to flow through into the lungs inside.
Who's smiling now, fish boy? And I'm still gonna follow up with a flurry of blows as well.
Brilliant. I'm going to say you sort of like move around a little bit, still in the grapple, and get yourself into the slightly shallower end.
Do you get because he's stunned now, do you get something from that?
Is it advantage?
You get advantage, yeah, when they're stunned.
Fuck yeah. That's good times.
14 and 15, yep. 50, we'll take the 15. 15 hits.
For 6, and I'll roll again for the other one.
6 damage.
Oh,
Natural 20!
crit.
Make sure you get those, let's get those d20s, boom, 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 in chat. Brilliant. So that's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage for the first of the flurry of blows, and then...
That's 16.
16 for the second. Holy shit. As you deal 43 points of damage in that attack.
Nice work, Matt.
That is impressive, Niles. The Kuo-Toa, even stunned, you can see that you have done some pretty heavy damage. It is gasping for breath, cuts all across its body, one eye partially torn open as a result of your brutal attack. And as it turns its head towards you, these like bared needle-like teeth... You can see that this thing is very, very angry. Anything else on your turn, Niles?
I just imagine that Niles has now kind of regained his composure a little bit. He's still held by the device, but you just see this very angry Niles just gazing on this Kuo-Toa and just ready to get him.
Brilliant.
That's all he can do, unfortunately, on this turn.
Ember, to prepare fish fingers, first you must bake them. It is now your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. So, because I haven't used it yet before, a 15-foot cone. If I was to launch from where I am, would it hit Threign if I go?
It would hit Threign at the moment, but if you angled it away, you could just hit Archpriest Lugalug. So if you angled the cone so it was almost pointing out away from you like this, that wouldn't hit Threign.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And would I hit the other two?
You'd get Archpriest
Kuo-Toa
Lugalug and the Kuo-Toa underneath him. To hit the one on this angle, I don't know if there's a way you can get that without... Oh, you can kind of angle it away like
Even
that.
if I go 5 feet forward?
Yeah, I'd even say... Oh, yeah, if you go 5 feet forward, although you do risk hitting Kong Chi if you move forward. At this point, if you sort of angle the cone a little bit off towards your character's left... I reckon you could hit both Kuo-Toa and Lugalug. Although Threign is big and he's taking up that space. No, look, I think the best way to go is to angle off the side and you'll hit 2 of them easily. Archpriest Lugalug and the Kuo-Toa behind him, you can definitely hit. Although Archpriest Lugalug is currently being held by Threign, so what I'll do is I'll have Threign roll if it's a dex save, I'll have him roll it with advantage. How about that?
Okay, well, what I was going to say instead, that's what I was asking. I'll turn to Threign and go, Threign, go with Flicker quickly.
No, I want to throw him over the edge. If I leave now, then I don't know how to get to throw him.
There might not be anything left to throw. Go with Flicker.
I'm
holding him into the ground, currently.
No. All right, well, that's fine. So
you gave him a warning.
I gave him a warning, and
this is the character I've committed to. So
he's, even though that Threign is there, this is what I decided I was going to do anyway. I cast Burning Hands as a level 3 spell.
Okay.
So I need all 4 people to.
Can I make an argument though? Because I'm currently because he's Predator handshaking me. I'm holding him in the Predator handshake, but technically, if he's Predator handshaking me, then he's a distance away from my hand actually.
Yeah, if you make that argument, no, not me.
you can make that argument. It does mean that it'll be just Archpriest Luglug and the Kuo-Toa that's south on the map. It won't be all 3. Otherwise, if you want to hit all 3, Threign's in the firing line.
I'm not too fast.
I know you're not. That's up to Simon. Are we cooking Threign?
No, I tried to move you out. I feel like I've only
Looks
got
like Goliath's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah. I do apologise, Threign, but my idea would have been Flicker grabs him, gets him out, and then I kill all 3.
Yeah.
So I have to commit to that. So I've got to make a
I think this is going to take a long time to kill this guy.
Threign, you're only on the edge of this. I'll give you advantage for your dex save. As I said before, like you're right at the very edge of the effect. I'll make some dex saves for the 2 Kuo-Toa and for the Kuo-Toa Archpriest Luglug.
Might not be enough. Find out. What's your DC?
14.
No.
Okay. That is not so great for the Kuo-Toa closest to Luglug. That is a natural 1 for the Kuo-Toa closest to Kongchi and Luglug. For Luglug, that's a 15. What was your DC, sorry, Si?
That's 14.
14, okay. And then the other one was a 13.
So he'll take half.
The two Kuo-Toa fail, but Luglug does pass. Oh my god. Natural 1 as well for the Kuo-Toa closest to Kongchi. Oh, that's not good. Let's see some damage. Let's cook him. This is turning into a very culinary stream. That's a good point.
Oh, wasn't that great a roll? 16.
16
damage.
fire damage. Alrighty,
So,
half to
yeah.
8 for Archpriest Luglug, but the full 16 for the 2 Kuo-Toa, which, if my math is correct, fricassees them. You watch as the Kuo-Toa burst into flame, the ones closest to Luglug and Kongchi. The both of them begin burning up, looking very much hurt as they scream, "Nah!" Anything else on your turn? Anything else on your turn, Simon?
Yeah. So after doing that, I will get Flicker to my bonus action. What will Flicker do? Will he take me out, or will he? I'll just get him to cast Flame Seed. So ranged attack.
Yeah.
Why can't I roll it in
with
here?
Dylan cracked black pepper? Oh, press Foxtrot. You make me laugh. That's good.
Flame Seed is not letting me roll.
That's okay. You can do it as a
so I'll
spell
just
attack.
roll
I
it.
think it uses your it's the same as your spell attack anyway, I'm pretty sure, if my memory is correct.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you could just do it as a d20
So
plus
that
your
is,
spellcasting modifier.
It's a 9.
Oh no,
Yeah.
9. The flame seed. Unfortunately, you watch as it misses, just goes over the top of the Kuo-Toa into the water underneath, and then an enormous no, just disappears into the water. Sorry, Ember. Anything else on your turn?
And yep, that's me.
Dream.
Okay, been thinking about this
Yeah.
very intently on what the next play is. You said I felt a little like slimy friend touching me inside this thing.
There's a moment of contact with something inside the geode.
Okay. The Kuo-Toans are about to be ripped apart by Flame's undead and Threign's anger, as well as one that is just having his throat caved in by Niles down the bottom. So, still needing their beliefs, and this probably being the last moment. Am I able to stand on top of the orb so I'm able to wield the greatsword?
Ooh, that would definitely be an acrobatics check, because the orb rotates in free space. It seems like while it's locked onto the X, Y, and Z coordinates, wherever it is, it's sort of hovering in place, bobbing slightly. it still rotates freely around. As you grabbed onto it, it rotated underneath you. So it's going to be like balancing on a ball. I'll get
That's fine.
acrobatics
No.
check.
I'm not going to worry about that. I just wanted to see if it was possible. I tried to sort of ready myself, and it does fall back down. I'm just going to screw it. I'm going to try to grab that hole that had appeared with both hands on the left and right side, and going to use extra attack with an unarmed strike to attempt to tear it apart.
Brilliant. I'll get you to make me an athletics check. We'll treat this almost as if it's a grapple, or acrobatics, your choice.
Before this happens, one small little like ex machina moment, I guess. I would like to pop into my mouth with, I guess, like drinking a potion of bonus action, so I'm assuming this will be the same, hopefully. The revivifying mushrooms, getting ready to eat them.
Yes, you can take a quick shot of the revivify mushrooms. Absolutely. Are you getting ready to, or are you taking them now?
I've put them in my mouth, but not swallowing them yet.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sure. Okay.
And with them inside, first is a natural 20 for the unarmed strike.
Okay. Here's what happens. I'm not even going to roll the D100. Natural 20. This is what happens. As you reach in, popping the glass vial into your mouth, not the glass vial, but like popping the contents of the glass vial of the revivify spores into your mouth, as you reach down and begin pulling apart the geode, cracking it open, there's a sudden release of pressure as you pry apart the geode, and it explodes as you pry it open.
I did consume them, but I had put in with this a stone strike and a level 1 divine smite, so all of that critted obviously, but just attempting to tear it apart. And as I do, when I feel this radioactive energy or whatever the Kuo-Toans are using slam into my body, that's when I swallow with these same thoughts of, I need to be beautiful for Satine, I need my wings.
As this effect detonates, Dream, time seems to slow for a moment as you are thrown backwards, the pressure unleashing, sending you hurtling back. 2 shards of the geode still clutched in your hands, that strength holding them in position as the rest of it shatters. As it does so, you watch as this blast of what almost looks like this purple luminescent dust sprays outwards, forming these clouds of light, which then freeze in position and collapse into a single moat right in front of you. You feel yourself floating, almost flying for an instant. And then gravity begins to reassert itself as you are slammed down into the stone floor underneath. You feel this sudden surge of pressure above you, and gravity weakens once again, causing you to rise ever so slowly into the air as the moat darkens and then shatters, a tear, etching itself into reality itself as an enormous black inky tentacle pushes its way through, and another, and another. A bulbous octopus-like head follows, the tentacles reaching through, grasping the edges of this tear in the walls of space as this enormous monstrosity begins to ease itself through, squeezing through the gap in reality. You watch as a single white eye opens, followed by another and another, until it almost looks like a star field itself etched into the tentacles across the skin of this creature, an enormous field of white eyes. And then all of them turn towards you, Dream. That effect of time slowing seems to be even stronger. As you look to your left and right, the flames along the side of the tent have frozen. The Kuo-Toa nearby still and unmoving. And as you look at this creature, you suddenly feel the eyes, one by one, turn to look at you. And in your head, you hear a voice. Who has summoned me?
Oh, you did. You did.
Technically, it was Dream.
This is. I'm going to pause initiative for the moment. Time itself seems to be briefly frozen in this moment.
Oh, fuck.
Dream,
There's
you may
like a
answer at your leisure.
anger of wanting to pick up the greatsword and divine smite him for the fact that I didn't get what I want as just an angry child. But in that, still just hope in the image of dancing in the temples with Satine. I'll take a knee. Bartholomew of the Liang clan.
You stand before Shadaridak, god of the Kuo-Toa. You dare take their place, claim their victory as your own?
I deserve it more.
True. These fish creatures have provided me with power and a gateway, but I am not their Shadaridak. I am far older, far hungrier, and you, little bird, you wish to be the instrument of my return. I could give you what you want. I see your mind, your hopes, your dreams, your desperate needs. I can grant you what you seek, little bird. Why are you silent? Are you in awe of my majesty? And you watch as the figure seems to almost echo out after images pulsing backwards. This thing you see before you, this isn't the creature. This is the barest sliver of its power. You get a glimpse of an enormous astral field, and one by one, the lights go out.
I would like to, if I can in this moment, see which side he's on a fence, whether it is celestial or fiend with a divine sense.
This creature is closer to a celestial with your divine sense, as that pulse of power rushes out from you. But what you feel is like nothing you've ever felt before. This isn't a creature filled with divine energy. This is something else, almost like a dark reflection of it. This feels old. And even more concerning, as that pulse of power goes out, as it touches the creature, some of that divine magic is consumed by it. It literally eats part of that spell effect. Consumes it whole.
Okay, look, he told me he can do what I want. I've got a -1 because I'm a naive little boy. Could I do an insight check?
Absolutely. 100%. This is not how I thought this encounter was going to go. I did not see this coming. Nope. This is great. 16.
16.
Dream. While being naive, you could not have escaped the stories as a young hatchling. Stories of power offered for a price, and the price always ends up being more than the promise of the reward. This creature, this entity, this being, you don't get the sense it's lying. You get the sense it can give you what it wants, give you what you want, but it's also going to get what it wants as well, with interest. This deal, this will be a hard one to escape from.
I'll stand up. Satine is worth it. And I'll reach forward.
As you do, one of the smaller tentacles from around the core reaches out almost gently, and right as it's about to touch your hand, it suddenly strikes forward, piercing through the center of your forehead as you feel this cold, this empty feeling wash over you. You feel so small, so tiny, insignificant before this creature. You feel it worm its way through into your skull. This black, inky, oil-like substance completely fill you up, coursing through your veins. And just like that, you feel that presence vanish. All of you watch as time begins to reassert itself. For the rest of you, you watch as this creature emerges, pushing itself through space, and then suddenly, with a sudden rush, it vanishes through the same gap in reality it had created before. Dream, as you look down at your arm, you see the skin shift as something moves underneath the skin of your arm and
now,
settles
just for
into
your
place.
Notes, I don't know if this will change how this worked, but in the slightest thoughts that Dream could outwit a thing that is before the beginning of time, he did reach out with the hand with the giant gem in it, just in case.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
I trap it inside that rather than him. I don't know.
Unfortunately, the creature cannot interact with the giant gem. It is not living. It is not living flesh.
Okay.
It needs flesh. Dream, as you look down as your arm pulses, you watch as around your forearm, a small tattoo of a coiled tentacle emerges and then fades away until it's almost invisible. I'm going to resume initiative. Dream, it's almost as if your turn never happened. We start back at the top of the initiative round where we were at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
As the Kuo-Toans suddenly,
Gem's still there?
the gem is gone. As Dream is thrown back, the fragments of gemstone fly away. Dream, you should have taken damage from this. You should be injured. You should be hurt, but there's nothing. Not a scratch on you from that blast.
Thoughts are not on that. The first thing I try to do is kicking off of the heels of my feet up to the balls or the sort of toes and eventually nails. I'm going to try to lift off.
You watch as you jump into the air. There's a sudden moment of gravity reasserting itself, and then from your back, tendrils of blackness reach out and grab onto the walls of the tent and lift you up. These two black tentacles rising you up into the air as you hover aloft as they push down against the ground, holding you aloft in the sky.
Oh.
Grabbing onto the walls of the cave, the roof of the cave. All of you watch as Dream rises up, very Venom-like, as these tendrils of black rise him up over the opening of the tent.
I'm sorry, Christian, were you planning on making a deal with a fucking deity tonight?
No. I wanted to hijack the magic and get my wings back. I was like, I can actually use this.
We're going to have a little bit of chat about your levels at the end of this session.
As soon as it's not wings and it's that, Dream just begins screaming. And honestly, yeah, sure. Where's the closest living thing to me? The Kuo-Toa below?
Kuo-Toa right next to you.
Cool.
At the edge of the tent. You just tear through the leather of the tent. Here's Johnny.
Dope. Well,
all deals and no wings make Dream a violent boy.
The mushrooms are consumed for nothing. The deal made for nothing as far as he's aware. A bonus action, Thunderous Smite, and I'm going to take a swing with the Great Sword as I sort of back down onto the ground and then across the ground at like a hovered pace, about a foot off the ground.
Brilliant.
Trying to slice him at sort of like in between the at the shins, in between the kneecap and the legs.
Nice. The tentacles almost spread out to resemble ant-like legs, almost spider-like legs as you fly along the ground. pushing you along towards it.
This is horrifying.
15 hits the Kuo-Toan.
15 hits, absolutely. The Kuo-Toa is not going to like this.
Okay.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3. Divine Smite, Stone Strike again, and Thunderous Smite.
Brilliant.
I'm sorry. Can I just interject?
Hello,
the
friend.
Kuo-Toans at the moment,
Yes.
like this.
Stunned.
So Dream has just jumped on the tent,
Yep.
proclaimed himself to be like
Yep.
a stronger version of whatever
Yes.
it was they're summoning. Has broken the geode open,
Yep.
absorbed this creature's power, and is now scrambling along the ground with tentacles coming out of it.
Yes.
What are the Kuo-Toans thinking right now?
Don't worry, we're almost at the Kuo-Toa's go. And
Okay, good, that's great.
trust me,
That's awesome.
it's going to be a big moment of contention for them.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I just
They
wanted- I
have
just wanted,
thoughts.
Yeah.
Plus 2 is going to be 23 points of damage.
23
for
points
this
of
Kuo-Toan.
damage. You behead it. As you rush forwards, your sword...
Oh, no, so-
it
So
just
this was
cuts the thing in half.
kneecaps.
Oh, sorry, you
so
just
as-
you dismember it. In that case.
As he falls to the ground, I'm guessing the Force Wave is going to do the same situation as that. Again, Stone Strike and Thunderous Smite is meant to push it back 20 feet in this direction.
Yep. As you
so
throw it back, it just smashes into the cave wall. The legs just still there underneath, having not moved at all. The force of your sword striking through, sending the body hurtling back into the wall as it cracks against it. The fish just drops to the ground lifeless, mouth open.
And seeing another staff, just like
Yeah.
what I saw with Lug, I'm just going to scream at this new priest in front of me with my second action, doing a grapple check. Change this!
Okay, fantastic.
Jesus.
I'm going to get you to roll me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Sure.
Sorry, podcast listeners who have noise-cancelling headphones, that would have been rough.
A 15 athletics and an 18 intimidation.
Absolutely. As you grab onto this priest and lift him up into the air, the priest at this point, all of the Kuo-Toa are just kind of stunned in this moment. He doesn't even fight back. As you lift him up, one of the tentacles moving down your arm, spiraling around it and wrapping around his throat as you lift him up into the air. His eyes wide, he goes, yes, great one, at once.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's my turn. Kong Chi is going to start in the range there, so let's do a save.
Gonna need a wisdom save for Kong Chi, please.
Yeah.
Is Dream hungry? Dream. It's a good point. You are feeling a bit hungry.
+2. That's a 18 for Kong Chi.
18 is a pass. That is going to be halved. So 11 halved is 5 necrotic damage.
5 damage. Kong Chi is a steed connected to me.
Yes.
Is Kong Chi? Have you seen the new Spider-Man 2 multiverse that's
Yes.
out?
Yeah.
Is he the Spider Horse now?
Not yet.
Like me?
next time you summon Kong Chi, though,
Maybe.
there might be some things.
Okay, well, I'm guessing, to be honest, I'm not controlling Kong Chi, and the last instructions was to sort of leap me up, so taking the dodge action as a fine steed would just be trying to defend itself now. It's probably going to take attacks of opportunity and run over and see if I'm okay. I feel like that's most...
Yeah, that makes sense. The Kuo-Toa whip will make an attack of opportunity.
And the two Kuo-Toa. So I think there's 3 against it, but they will all have disadvantage.
They will. Does a 11 doesn't hit Kong Chi, I don't think, from memory.
Just misses 11.
18 hits and then 18 hits. So that's going to be... Thank goodness the Kuo-Toa bite is not too bad. The staff pincer might be a problem though, because if it does grapple, Kong Chi only gets to here. As the grapple of the staff holds him in place, that's going to be 2 points of damage and 8 points of... so both bludgeoning damage, sorry, 2 points and 8 points. And the staff, the Kuo-Toa whip has this pincer-like staff. As soon as it strikes Kong Chi's hindquarters, the teeth dig into his flank, holding him still. And as Kong Chi tries to pull away, looking back in surprise, reaching to try and get towards you, Dream, he is unable to get there as the Kuo-Toa whip holds him in place, tying him down almost.
Okay. Fuck! That's my turn.
Alrighty. It's
What a
the Kuo-Toa's turn. You watch as the Kuo-Toa closest to you, Dream, that are near the flame that witnessed this. The one that's in the fire runs and dives into the water to put himself out, landing in the water right next to you, Niles, down at the base of the beach. The Kuo-Toa that was just a little bit further away from the flame sphere immediately drops to his knees and begins bowing, going, "All hail Gloop-de-Gloop," as he looks at you, Dream. Yeah, seems like you've been renamed as the great god Gloop-de-Gloop, unfortunately. Sorry.
Cool.
The Kuo-Toa, for those of you who are unaware, have the stupidest names for shit, and I'm not breaking that tradition. I would never break that tradition. The other Kuo-Toa who are next to Threign are dying from fire. Let's do a quick roll to see if they save with the con save. Nope. You watch as both of the Kuo-Toa who are closest to you, Threign, drop to the ground dead. Both of them only on 1 hit point from that fire attack, and the flame with their con save burning them out. The Archpriest, Lugluk, who's closest to you, looks down in surprise. You see his mouth agape as he looks back at Dream, looks at you, Threign, looks back at Dream, looks back at you, and goes, "We hail you, God. You God. We're on the same side now. You God," as he points to Dream. The Kuo-Toa whip nearest to Kong Chi, sort of seeing Kong Chi rushing towards Dream, hearing Luglug say, like, "We hail you, God," pauses and then unclips the pincer staff really slowly and then puts it down and looks at Kong Chi a little bit warily. The Kuo-Toa that's battling you, Niles, is all the way down at the beach. I'm going to see if he's seen any of this that's happening. Let's roll a perception.
Yeah, did you notice this? I mean, he's pretty cut up. Like I did.
He was stunned too. Does he have to? No, he's okay. It resets the thing.
At the end of my next turn.
Natural 1.
Oh.
No, he just sees you, Niles. It's like, die, and makes another multi-attack with his pincer staff, trying to destroy you. Does a 21 hit?
Stunned? To the end of my next
turn? The stun wears off at the end of his turn, doesn't it? In that case, he is still stunned. I think it might be the end of his turn, actually.
It is the end of his turn, yeah.
Yeah, then nothing happens. Then that's why he doesn't see. He's just stunned as he sort of shakes himself out of it and looks at you. He's missed all of this. He hasn't seen any of this happen. Yeah. The Kuo-Toa that dived into the water near you swims up next to you, Niles, and goes, "New God, ha, ha, praise New God." That is the Kuo-Toa's go. Harry is going to pause for a second, turn towards Lyra and Ember, and then look back at Dream, and then look at his crossbow, look at Dream, look at Archpriest Luglug, slowly raise the crossbow and go, "Which one do I shoot?"
I almost don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
I'll just hold my crossbow ready then, eh? I'm just ready whenever you just tell me and I'll just pull the trigger.
Question.
Yeah.
To Harry. Does Harry recognize anything that's going on with Dream at the moment?
You don't know.
Okay.
Harry's not. Harry has made no effort to share any of his
so
he
hasn't like broken
with the rest of you.
I'm like, oh my god, he's okay. Right.
Yeah. Harry, actually no, Harry's seeing you in a bit of trouble down at the base, Niles. He will make a shot at that Kuo-Toa whip from above, who doesn't know he's there. That is going to be from Harry. That is going to be an 18. That does hit the Kuo-Toa whip. That will be 6 piercing damage. And then Harry... Is that enough? Oh, it's exactly lethal. Niles, for Overwatch from above, as you turn towards this Kuo-Toa whip, getting ready to fight this thing, as he sort of shakes off the stun, this crossbow bolt just embeds itself in the center of his fish-like face. There's a pause. You watch as the hand sort of comes up, twangs the bolt for a few seconds, and then the Kuo-Toa sort of like turns towards the smaller Kuo-Toa next to him. The Kuo-Toa looks up and goes, "Praise your gods!" and looks at Niles. You watch Niles as the Kuo-Toa goes to bow and then just collapses on the ground dead.
I'm going to very angrily. I know this is not my turn, but I'm just going to grab the pincer spear off, try and like pull it off me and take possession of it angrily because I wasn't a fan of that.
Archpriest Luglug. Archpriest Luglug looks at you, Threign, because you're currently holding him up in the air. Looks back at Dream, looks at you and goes, "So we all hail Gloop-de-Gloop, new god? We all hail Gloop-de-Gloop, new god. You put Luglug down there."
What does Threign think of this? You're in the middle of a rage.
We all hail Gloop-de-Gloop. You put look down.
Whose turn is it?
He's going to hold his action. Your turn, Threign.
I'm going to try and toss him again.
Okay, perfect. You still are under the effect of the Spirit Guardians, unfortunately, so we'll also get a whiz save. He didn't drop it, and that will, as you go to aggressively throw him.
If anything, that's probably going to make me more angry.
Yeah, I wondered if that was the case.
15.
15 is just a pass. This will be half damage for the Spirit Guardians. That is going to be 12 points of necrotic damage, halved to 6.
Yep.
And as you throw the Kuo-Toa Archpriest, or go to throw him off the edge, could I get you to roll me an athletics check or acrobatics check, please? This is, I'm going to be honest, this is not how I thought this session would go. I had a lot of fun creating the stat block for this aspect of an elder god that the Kuo-Toans had summoned through. No, you didn't even fight it. You just immediately were like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm down with Eldritch Horror. Let's go. 23. Just yeet him off the side. You watch as Archpriest Luglug goes as he flies over the open section of the cave. His held action goes off as you essentially throw him. He points back at you and goes to cast. Actually, it would, because it said if you take any aggressive action. He's going to try and cast Hold Person to stop you throwing him off the edge. Actually, let me see if this works. Could you please make me a Wisdom saving throw so that he can avoid being yeeted off the side?
All right, so let me just have a quick look.
And I believe this will also take out his Spirit Guardians, which is a concentration. Yeah, Spirit Guardians is gone now.
Okay, so that's Dex. Yep, no, that's all good. All right, so let's do it.
Or are you going to try to danger sense with your mind?
I was just going to have a quick look to see if it included Wisdom saving.
I'm having a vision.
If this is a bad roll, I'm going to Inspiration this.
That's fair. That's a good call.
13.
13 is a fail. Would you like to re-roll it?
Yeah, you know what? I just really want this to go through.
Brilliant.
No, it's not going to go
6.
through.
As you go to yeet Archpriest Luglug off the edge, he holds out a hand and goes, "By the power of our great bird, gloop-de-gloop, halt!" And he casts Hold Person on you, holding you in place. You are paralyzed. Sorry, Threign.
Does the momentum carry him into the water still?
It's as you go to throw him. That's because his held action was if you make any aggressive actions. I'd say you like reaching back to throw him would have been the aggressive action. Do you know what? Roll me a D100. Let's see if it's let's see how much momentum there is to yeet him off.
83.
83. Yeah. Okay. As he does this, he thinks for a second he's safe, but the momentum of your arm, because you're paralyzed, doesn't mean your muscles immediately stop. You're not like petrified. The momentum continues, and there's this big smile on his face as he's paralyzed you, but your muscles seize up, and that immediately causes you to let go. The momentum of that throw causes him to fall out just to the edge of the stone, and he begins dropping. I will give him a dex save to see if he can hold on, but I don't think he's gonna. He's not very dexterous, Archpriest Luglug. As he rolls a natural 1. Smashes his head against the edge of the rocky terrain and drops. There's the sound of splashing in the water beneath you. I'll drop Archpriest Luglug onto the GM layer for the moment because he's disappeared from view. Threign, anything else on your turn? No, you're paralyzed. Sorry, mate. Lyra, it's your turn.
Nails in my back. I think that works.
Lyra is kind of stunned at what's going down.
That's fair. I think we all are. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
I guess
I didn't see this coming.
No.
It's been so chaotic.
This is wild.
This is almost as big of a change of plans as the Avatar Legends wish was. I did not see this coming. This is
it's happened again.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
So this Kuo-Toa down by Niles is still attacking. He's missed the whole new god thing, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, for a bonus action, she's gonna command her flaming sphere to sort of go the 30 feet and ram.
How does the flaming sphere go with being in the water?
I was just thinking, is this like a hill? I'm just assuming it like rolls down.
It's a very steep hill down onto the beach. Yeah, you can have it roll down the beach. That is kind of funny. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, and slam into the. Oh, do you want to keep it there? I'm guessing to slam into the Kuo-Toa.
You've never seen an immolated beach ball?
I haven't actually. I have lived a very sheltered life. Dex save for the
surprised it would
Kuo-Toa.
hold the integrity.
Yeah, DC 14.
That's an 18, which does make sense. He is like standing up to his waist in water, so that does make sense. Half damage,
That's
please,
fair.
Lyra.
Yes. Half damage on... Oh, that's not a good roll.
That is not a good roll. 4 damage, halved to 2.
Yay!
You watch as the fins, the spines down the edge of the Kuo-Toa just burn away in a sudden flash of heat. Are you going to do the... Dream, are you going to do the... We are Venom? No, he's gone. He's actually left. Venom's taken him.
Yep. For her action, she's just gonna chill touch the same guy.
20 hits, 11 damage. How do you want to do this?
Just the fingers sort of, they're coming out like almost like coral coming out from the beach under the water. Grab him around the ankles and drag him under slowly.
Yeah, as this like skeletal hand of mushrooms, this like fungal hand rises from the water and just pulls it down. You watch as the Kuo-Toa just disappears below the waves, never to emerge again. Alrighty. Anything else on your turn, Lyra? Any movement?
She's gonna stand where she is, just sort of like look around at the situation, and does she still have the Ascending Stones connected to Shana in her pocket?
Yes, you would still have the Sending Stone connected to Shana, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna prepare, like, I'm not sure if it's like a free something that she could do on a free action, but
Probably
for
an
her
action
next
to
turn,
use a Sending Stone.
Yeah, she's just gonna prepare her 25 words and get that ready for when she can.
So one of my companions has made a deal with an elder god and has now sprouted black tentacles. What do I do?
Basically.
He's oddly hungry.
Plep. I am afraid. Niles, it is your go. The 2 Kuo-Toa that were attacking you are now dead. Well, attacking you and then briefly worshipping you are now dead.
I would like to imagine that Niles is fairly oblivious to everything that's happened above.
Yeah.
Considering he spent most of his time at the beach.
You did see a figure fall into the water from above there.
Oh, yeah, but like,
yeah.
In terms of like the main,
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Niles looks up at Harry, gives him a bit of a thank you for the assistance. And then he will glide back up to help his friends out, to see what the situation is up above.
Brilliant. Chaos. As you arrive on top, you see a number of dead Kuo-Toa. One Kuo-Toa nearest to the edge of the cliff, bowing towards Dream, just prostrate on the ground.
I just look at Dream. What am I seeing? Like, what am I seeing here?
At the moment, Dream is holding Archpriest Glooppool up by the neck. It looks like this dark, inky blackness is wrapping around Dream's arm and around the throat of the priest.
I would have used remaining movement to fly as well with like half movement, so we're about 15 feet above the ground with just these what was that the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds, like tentacles shooting down like stork legs underneath me.
Okay, then that is exactly what you see.
I've never seen this, and I've only known Dream like the whole 2 days.
Yeah.
I like glance around at the companions and I'm like, what is going on? When did that happen?
As I hear you, I'm gonna call over. Help!
You're telling us.
I kind of like cock my head slightly. Want me to hit it?
Help me!
Niles is going to fly towards Dream.
Okay.
And I think he's going to do something a bit weird. He's going to try and tackle Dream away.
Okay.
And just try and I don't know, break whatever is going on. He's going to try and break whatever this is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he feels as though something's gone wrong, and he's not sure what is going on. So, yeah, he's just going to fly in and try and separate them out. For all Niles knows, the darkness will be coming from the other. So, he just thinks he needs to separate, so he's going to try and break them apart.
Alrighty. Could I please get, if you're doing it as a grapple, I'd say, although if you're doing it from a flying, I'd say athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I'm going to use
Try and like grapple onto Dream and pull him away from this thing.
Yeah. It's going to be
27. As you grab onto Dream and begin flying with him, Dream, you and Niles don't move very far, only a teensy bit. So what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Basically, Niles like gets up and grabs onto you. The momentum of his movement only sort of shoving you forwards a teensy bit. As that happens, you maintain your hold on Priest Glupul. But as soon as Niles grabs onto you, you watch as the tentacles immediately rise up from your skin, forming these barbs, which then, as you turn and look at Niles, and Niles doesn't make any aggressive actions beyond that, slowly sink back down and begin moving across your skin, Niles. You feel this cold, wet touch. In your head, Dream, you hear, "This is not to your liking. You wanted to fly, didn't you? Oh, I see you're like this organism. You want..." And then you feel as at your back, the black tentacles holding you up suddenly rearrange and form into these large bat-like wings.
That's not better!
They technically wings now.
Niles, you see this happen, and Niles, you feel this sudden cold as you connect with this, whatever this entity is.
I'll let go of the grapple on Glupul.
As he drops down 15 feet and smashes into the ground.
And I'm just gonna hug Niles and just start like weepily crying to help.
I use one of my key points to set the wind, and I just bolt out of there with Dream.
Okay.
I just fly out of the map, just like go north.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Next up in the initiative order, as the two of you begin sort of moving away, Ember. There's not very many of the Kuo-Toa left, and the ones that are up, but there's only 3 on the top of the pillar here, and all of them seem to be very confused about what to do. One of them still bowing towards Dream. The one that had held Kong Chi is kind of just like looking around, not really sure what to do, and the Archpriest is lying prone, having been dropped from 15 feet up.
Look, seeing what Dream has happened to Dream, I'd probably be panicking. I'm seeing black tentacles and wings and everything like that. Even though I don't know if it would work, I think what I would do is I'd get... is Flicker close enough to reach them, roughly, or... I'm not quite sure from where he is. Anyway, because they're 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, they're 15 feet up. So let me have a quick peekaroo. So, Niles and Dream, because Niles, you didn't take your action. Your action was to sort of run and grapple and pull Dream. So I'd say if you used your bonus action Step of the Wind, you could have gone 5, 10, 15, because you can move half your movement speed while grappled. If you were trying to pull Dream away to the north, away from this place, probably you'd be just above the Kuo-Toa here. So Flicker would be 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, not quite in range. Sorry. I
was gonna say 30 feet is what I get. So
unless they moved, if they were moving towards if they flew over this way, 5, 10, 15. I'd say they're close enough. If they hugged to the right of the tent, then they'd just be in range.
Okay, so I'd Flicker go, and he'd go next to Niles, next to Dream, and as he reaches them, again panicking because I don't know if any of this would work, I'd cast Dispel Magic just to see if it will do anything to try and get rid of a kind of connection.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to need you to roll me a spell casting. So do it as if you were casting a spell attack.
Okay, yeah.
D20 plus spellcasting modifier, because... Yeah, okay.
That is a 21.
21. Dream. This connection you formed with this entity, it's still new, it's still fresh. This creature hasn't fully integrated with you yet. That's why things aren't quite right. They aren't quite what you want. And at this moment, with this sudden surge of magic from Ember, you feel that tenuous thread all it would take is a push, and you could break this connection.
As soon as I cast Dispel Magic,
yeah,
I'd use my bonus action straight away, hoping to see some kind of separation or anything like that. And I would get Flicker to do his fiery teleportation just 15 feet away from where he is, hoping... Because I know that Dream wants to go, and I'm sure Niles wants to just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And this thing's not a friendly to me anyway. So it'd be trying to separate, in my head, the connection and them.
Okay. Dream, this is a free reaction. You know that this isn't a done deal yet. That sudden surge of magic from Ember, this Dispel Magic, it is disrupting the connection. You could break this if you wanted.
Okay, does it cost me anything?
Free reaction. I mean, you wouldn't know if anything more than that right now, but there is a sense that there might be a consequence. There might be a consequence, but at the moment it depends. Is this what Dream wanted, or is Dream kind of having deep dire regrets right now?
No, the images going through both Christian and Dream's head was slowly going down darker and darker paths, and this becoming like some very toxic IRL relationships I've had, where I suddenly begin to blame Satine for a lot of bad things that have happened to me by trying to love her. And I was getting some real nasty vibes there of all the things I might do in the name of her love. With just bad decisions. So I will try whatever I can as I'm hugging into Niles and just not wanting this, that if I get that sensation to run away, I will. I was even going to try Lesser Restoration, the Zone of Truth, to tell myself the truth, protection from good and evil. I'm just listing through all these powers of things that I've tried in the past as Niles carries me.
Could I get you to roll me a charisma saving throw, please? The DC is determined by the strength of Ember's Dispel Magic, which is just as well, because the DC is 10. Oh, that was close. Oh. So so essentially each bracket in going up in 2s lowered the DC. So every 2 up above 10 for Ember's Dispel Magic lowered the difficulty of your DC by 2. That is very, very lucky. As this spell goes off, you hear this sudden, "What are you doing?" "No!" And then Dream, Niles, and Flicker. Where do you want them, Ember? You ping on the map and I'll put them there.
Yeah, look, at 15 feet, so I was hoping just to separate the 2 right next to me so I can, it's end of my turn, but hopefully help if I can.
Brilliant. As Dream is separated from this Dream, you feel this sudden pain, this tearing sensation of your very soul. You are going to take 13 points of force damage as this threatens to rip you apart. And as it does so, what's left behind when Niles and Dream are teleported is the black mass of tentacles,
no, not again.
Which begin to spin around, the eyes opening up, and as they do, all of them focus on you, Dream, and then at Ember.
"You've made a grave mistake. You are going to regret that for a very long time."
I better add Shadaridak to the turn order, hey?
Oh, he's back.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
That is going to be a 4 for Shadaridak. Outstanding. Alrighty. Ember, that was your bonus action and action. Anything else on your turn?
Once I see the giant creature I'd probably, again, I wanted to help out Dream, but I can't imagine that I'd also be, I'm in a panic state. Maybe might move like 5 feet back just to, in a little bit of panic. That's about it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Dream and Kong Chi.
Cool.
Yeah.
I try to fly.
As you look around, the bat wings are gone.
Okay.
And interestingly, as you focus, sort of using that divine sense again, there's a sense of something different. A sense of distance that you haven't felt for a very long time.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Dream is going to call upon Kong Chi. With a bonus action, is going to cast Sanctuary on himself, which will in turn cast it on both him and Kong Chi through the Summon Steed spell. So we'll both have Sanctuary on us.
Could you please roll me a D100, Christian?
Okay.
He's not happy about it. It's weird. It's almost like when you make really binding oaths with a deity and then you immediately make another deal. Those other deities might get a bit pissy. There's a moment, 42. Dream, where you don't feel like the spell's going to work. There's this flickering. And finally, with a stutter, the magic activates and surrounds both you and Kong Chi. But something feels different. Something feels wrong.
In this, like a hair, I'm now sort of like the roles reversed. I'm no longer the owl in my mind in this moment. I am the scared prey. Kong Chi is going to run past the Kuo-Toa and whip. I don't know if it has a reaction back again.
It has not had its turn again, so it can't. It's already used its reaction previously.
I'm going to mount up onto it, and Kong Chi is going to take a dash action. Dream, his main action after casting Sanctuary is going to be Channel Divinity with Turn the Unholy.
Yep. I need to make I believe it's a Christmas save? Wisdom save. Each fiend or undead.
I don't even know if it's going to work. I know that you said this thing felt more
there's
celestial than anything.
It's not fiendish and it's not undead, unfortunately. As you hold up aloft, again, there's that stutter and then the magic flows out from you, that golden light suffusing you. But you watch as this monstrous creature just turns its gaze towards you.
That's fine.
That's not going to be sufficient, Dream.
The casting of this was being done as I'm sort of raising a hand, and Kong Chi is just running back across the bridge, and I'm gonna flee.
Brilliant. As you begin rushing towards the edge of the bridge, the Kuo-Toa, that one down there is dead. The other Kuo-Toa whip, kind of seeing everything like rushing away and then seeing Shadari Dark emerge again, moves up forwards to the bodies of the two Kuo-Toans nearby, and throws himself to his knees. "Oh, great Shadari Dark! What's your command?"
"Kill them all. Feast upon their flesh."
And the Kuo-Toa whip goes, "At once, my lord!" And then rushes Threign. Threign. I'm just going to put this Kuo-Toa at the very, very back. There we go. Threign does a...
Well, I guess the question to ask is, in the course of all this happening, has the paralysis, the whole person, has that concentration been broken?
Yes, the concentration was broken when Archpriest Lug fell into the water and something happened to him, so you are no longer paralyzed.
Cool. Awesome. Perfect.
Does a...
That's good news.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
And then that means a 23 definitely hits you. You are a larger creature, so you ignore the grapple. You just take the damage because you are larger than the Kuo-Toa whip. That is going to be, for fuck's sake, 3 points of damage followed by 8 points of damage. Unbelievable.
Did the whole person break my rage, or am I still raging? Because technically, I took damage before my turn.
Yeah, no, the whole person wouldn't have broken your rage.
Okay, cool.
There's no reason for that.
So I actually half them. So if unless
1
is that bludgeoning?
and 4. It is piercing damage.
So 5. Oh, piercing it. So perfect. I half that.
And perfect, then there are no other Kuo-Toa left, so I will remove them.
Oh, there's the priest.
No. He's got his own. He's got his own initiative. Sorry. When I moved Archpriest Luglug to the GM layer, you can't see the other initiative for the other priest, can you? Let me move Archpriest Luglug down here, and then you'll be able to see all of the. There you go. You can see all of the priests. That's it for the Kuo-Toa Whip. Shadari Dark. You watch as this enormous mass of tentacles rises up into the air, and all of these white eyes opening across it, looking like stars, suddenly begin to light up and then fire out these beams. Let's have Threign, Niles, Ember. Could each of you please roll me a D6 to see which effect is triggered?
D6, eh?
D6, please. 4 for Threign, 2 for Ember, 4 for Niles. Okay, let's do Ember first. 2. Ember, I need you to make me a wisdom save. As this eye turns and looks at you, you are suddenly filled with fear. This knowledge that this creature, this ancient entity, has its mind set on destroying you. Can I just get a wisdom save? 12 is just not enough. 13 was the DC. You are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the save at the end of each turn, but you are frightened. And for Threign and Niles, I need you both to make me dexterity saving throws as this blast of light coming from this creature's eyes seems to slow down time itself in a small cone around you. As you feel
would
yourself
danger sense work there?
It is a dex save targeting one creature, so chuck up danger sense for me. I have a quick read through. I suspect
That's a 10.
10's a fail. Sorry, Niles.
Alright, let me just get danger sense.
I think it's a dex save that you can see coming at you. I think that's the wording.
Yeah.
Giving you an edge when you judge away. You have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. Yep, specifically says against traps and spells. This is not specifically a spell, but it is very much in the same. So you would have danger sense on this one.
19.
19. That is a pass. Niles, as this blast of light fires across you, you feel this sudden slowing of time. Niles, your speed is halved, and you can take an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both, as you are slowed.
That sucks.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
That is very bad for me.
That's why I had these guys roll for the effects, so it's not my fault when these go off. It's not me. It's not my fault.
I do love that logic. I love that.
It's not me. If you guys had wanted a better effect, you shouldn't have rolled such a bad one. It's not my.
I blame Dream. You should have just welcomed him in. You know.
Yeah, you should have welcomed Shadari Dark.
Yeah.
It's the most terrifying looking symbol. Probably. I think that'd be a good symbol for fear. Now. We are at exactly the 2-hour mark. I think we might pause combat there.
I don't know why.
And come back next week because Shadari Dark. This is not a thing we're going to wrap up in a single round of combat. This is a lot bigger than that. So, I would like to say, first off, thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us. I hope you have enjoyed your time here in the Lost Archives. This is our Return of the Giants homebrew campaign, which is a 5th edition campaign. There are so many other episodes you can catch, both of this and of our previous campaign, Tyranny of Dragons, out on YouTube, which will be popping up in the Twitch right now. Otherwise, we will be rejoining you guys next week for more Curse of Strahd on Monday and more Return of the Giants on Wednesday. But from all of us here tonight, that is all we have for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe, stay well, and a massive thank you to all the lovely people who subscribed and got us over that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you. The special 1K subs video, the Avatar Legends Q&A, is coming out tomorrow morning as a massive thank you to all of you. So thank you so much. We will see you all next time. I love to end on a cliffhanger. This is the cliffhanger for tonight. All right, everybody. See you next time. Farewell. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.